Well, I didn't prepare anything for this, but you know, you shouldn't get an award for doing something you love doing. But my wife said that whenever your work speaks for itself, you ought to shut up, so I'm shutting up. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank my wife. She does all of the design and interior design work on those houses that we work on. But second, we really love the historic district in McKinney. Such character, such charm, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of that, to bring some of these houses back to their original form. Thank you very much.
Johnny B, how much time I got? I could filibuster up here if you want. Can I digress? 35 years ago, almost to the day, I was new to Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I had to come out here for an event, and I discovered downtown McKinney. And it was an unbelievably neat place then, but what it's become today is really a tribute to the people of all the hard work of the individuals that have been recognized here today and others, but it's an unbelievably special place. You know, to be the #1 development project in the #1 city, #1 state, and the #1 country wouldn't have happened without the #1 staff. The staff was awesome as we planned this, and we're flexible, and together we created a vision. We started it. There's more to come. It's going to be really neat. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much on behalf of Barclays. Honored to be part of the community, and special thanks to Brian and the team that has made it very easy for us to transition back into McKinney and be present here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the recognition. We're really honored and humbled. This event is really not just us. The whole city, I think, pulls together and makes the event happen. So I think you should all be proud, and I know we are. We love McKinney, and we're so excited to see this event to grow. Hopefully we can make it better and better each year. Thank you.
And I think we just volunteered for another year, so we look forward to helping out again.
Hey, I know what you're all thinking. Who is Munzie? Never heard of him. What on earth is this? Well, we really appreciate this award from the CVB. Our partnership with them has meant a lot to us, and we moved in on the downtown square area last January, and we're all amazed to be standing here 1 year later. So. Our marketplace is down at 111 East Virginia. Come talk to us about what Munzie is. We'd be happy to share all that information. And I gotta give one plug, because we're launching a brand new app. It's called Eventsy on Monday. And you may not be the kind of people that would ever play Munzie, because it is tech-based. We're all nerds. It's a nerdy type game. My apologies to those who play. But Eventsy is the old school photo scavenger hunt. With a good technology twist. So it's taking the pencil and paper and tossing them out the window, and instead taking those photos and putting them through the phone, and then an approval process is very quick, and you can play that game, know if you got the points, and move on. So proud of these two guys and the work that we've done. Our wives, thanks. And before we go, we got to get a selfie with Johnny. So thanks again. We appreciate you. Munzie is the 21st century scavenger hunt. It is a smartphone app. It's free to play, and really it's a lot of fun. We've got players all around the world, over 2.5 million Munzies that are out there. So people that download the app, they can find them, especially in McKinney. This is the #1 place in the world to play, is McKinney, Texas.
Thank you on behalf of the 12,000 men and women, youth, children, and preschoolers that we served this past year. If they had the opportunity to be here tonight, you would hear these words. Thank you. And with tears in their eyes, head held high just a little bit stronger, shoulders up again, heart feeling good one more time, because someone listened and someone cared. Folks, for the past 25 years, Community Lifeline Center has had the privilege to serve McKinney and the surrounding communities. It is a joy to give help and hope right here in McKinney. You have honored me, you have honored our staff, the many families that we serve each and every day. You have truly honored me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you to the MEDC staff and board for this great honor. And you touched on it. You know, our mission is that we serve all people through exemplary care, education, research, and community service as a Christian ministry of healing. And so that community service is part of our DNA. And since 2000 or so, I've been at many Baylor campuses and many different communities. And I can tell you, you know, truly that there's something special, or as we say here, unique, about McKinney. You can't help when you move here, whether personally or as a corporation or a company, to notice something bigger than yourself and to just look out and to want to get involved. There are so many great organizations, many of whom are here tonight. And thank you to those of you who've been around McKinney a lot longer and have contributed to making McKinney what it is today. And as Mr. Brooks said, we're good and we can get even better. And so I look forward to what the future holds. A couple of other groups to thank. One, our board of trustees, some of whom are here tonight. They've been very wise counsel and pointed us in the right direction, so I'm grateful for their leadership. And then two, I'm simply up here on behalf of our staff. I've got a great team over here. Some of them are here tonight, many of them are not. And they're so passionate about what they do, and after serving many hours with very hectic and sometimes challenging jobs, they go and serve on councils and boards and health screenings on their own time. And so I'm grateful for a wonderful team and happy to accept this on their behalf. Thank you.
"26 years ago, our two founders came here with 12 employees and 68,000 square feet in an old rundown building on the east side of McKinney and made 2 SKUs of wire. Today, we have over 10,000 SKUs and over 1,200 employees, and we do $1.2 billion in sales. Thank you. If you do the math, that's $1 million per employee, from Daniel Jones down to the newest guy. And that's impressive. When I came out of college, they told us you should shoot for $100,000 per employee. Of course, I'm kind of old now, but and inflation takes over, you know. But at the end of the day, I wish Mr. Rigo and Mr. Spurgeon were here. They're no longer with the company, but their spirit lives on. And I can tell you one thing. We've won this award before, but it never gets old. Thank you very much.
Wow. I think for the first time in my life, I'm speechless. So I didn't expect this. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, clap for that. That's great. No, thank you all very much. I was not expecting this. This is really quite an honor. You know, and I want to thank my wife, because she's the one that allows me to do what I really love, which is serving this city, because she puts up with a lot from me and a lot of time that I'm away from home. You know, the only thing I want to really say, you know, about, you know, leadership McKinney is so important to our community, because as I've said time and time again, you know, I've served with a lot of great people on city council since 2002. I serve with some great council members now, and we've had great leaders in the past before me. And you know, leadership McKinney is a proving ground for leadership, because the people that go through that program show that they're devoted to this community. They put their time in, they learn about the community, and it does inspire you to want to serve. And you know, David, you made some really great points in your remarks earlier. You know, this city is a great city, and it will continue to be a great city as long as we continue to foster great leadership. And you know, when we look out 20 years from now, as I said at the State of the Community speech, I think we all want to be proud of what we have and what we've done during that 20-year period. So for those that are on Leadership McKinney this year, and for those that haven't done it, I encourage you to go through Leadership McKinney, get involved. It will certainly make you passionate about this community. Our city council yesterday at our retreat talked about the next 10 years, the next 20 years. And the one common theme that we have that I think really resonates and makes this community so great is our theme is McKinney first. Not Brian Lockmiller first, not council member first, not board member first, McKinney first. And by having the attitude of McKinney first, we will continue to be the best city in America to live in. Thank you all very much.
I love Leadership McKinney. I love what the chamber does, and I really do mean it when I think that the people that go through that program, it just gives you a different perspective in terms of what you should be doing in your community.
I just want to say a quick word. I've been a part of the station since we've been in McKinney, which is now over 10 years. I'm just thrilled to be able to work with Johnny. He's like a big brother. Oh, wait a minute. I'm the big sister. I forgot. But David Smith, our general manager, couldn't be here tonight because his son is playing in the crosstown showdown between McKinney High and McKinney Boyd, or McKinney North. But I'm sure he's going to just be sick that he didn't get to be here with us tonight. But thank you, everybody. Love you, Johnny B. We couldn't do this without you.
Thank you so much. Sharon is a great part of our team. And 9 years ago, I interviewed here, and they said if I ever came to McKinney, Texas, I would never want to leave. I think I actually got fired 3 times, but just kept showing up again. But I want to say, too, that as we look out on everybody in this room, in this community, it's great to be your hometown radio station because I've had a chance to get to know everybody, and we're as big a part of McKinney as anything. And you know what? When I can call all my friends back home who were shoveling snow the other day and say it's 75 degrees in the #1 city in the nation, have a fun day, it's a great thing. So thank you for the support for the radio station.
It's incredible. As you know, I was looking out over the crowd. I could see all the people that we've worked with and all the folks that have won awards, and I've been proud to present awards and be a part of helping those organizations and being that hometown radio voice. And we always say on the air, we live here too. And you know, we've been so proud of McKinney and all the accolades it gets, and just to be able to be a facilitator to motivate people, to help out people in the community. I mean, that's the real reward to us, and that's why we love doing it.
Oh my gosh, 24,774 to be exact. Okay, 2,500 employees, and on behalf of everyone, especially our wonderful school board of trustees, we've got with us tonight our board president, Ms. Amy Dankel. Amy, raise your hand. Board secretary, Lynn Sperry. And Ms. Stephanie Odell. Wow, you know what I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling extremely, extremely blessed to live in a community that values and understands the value of education that I live in today. McKinney is a special place. I brought my family here about a decade ago. And for those of you who have known me for that decade, you probably had some kids come through McKinney Boyd High School. We had an opportunity to open up McKinney Boyd 10 years ago. And when I took that job, I never dreamt that someday I would have the honor of serving as school superintendent. And I feel tremendously blessed to be a part of such a great organization that is so committed to making this city the best that we possibly can be. So thank you on behalf of all of those teachers and all the students and everyone that's been a part of this. I humbly accept this award. Thank you very much. Well, as I said in my speech, I feel blessed to live in a community that has all of these different organizations that honor and value education to the degree that they do. It makes our job so much better because we have support from them, and we in turn want to provide the best students to our community. They are our future, and we realize that.
Wow, I am surprised, speechless. I can't even imagine. Talk about a plot and being the victim of a plot. I didn't have a clue. I mean, my goodness, I am just so honored, and so humbled because there's so many other people that deserve this so much more. I was born in McKinney, in the old McKinney Hospital. and spent my, growing up years here. And as a result of that, went to the school system, went through all the schools here, and then left in 1965 to make my way in the world, and came back 19 years ago into the area because we wanted to settle back here and to see what we could do to work in McKinney and to be civically involved in McKinney. And I'm so grateful to the people who were with me when I was growing up, because a community is people. That's what it is. And they were always so encouraging and always so meaningfully loving. And they were such wonderful people. Some of those people are still here with us today, and many others have gone on to heaven. But they meant so much to so many. And then, of course, when I came back here, it was just a whole different world. I left here, I guess it was around 16,000 people. And it was a Norman Rockwell city at the time, and I loved growing up in McKinney. And then coming back here, it had an excitement that I couldn't have even imagined when I was a child on the farm out there where McKinney North and Scott Johnson Middle School sit today. When I returned, one of the things I wanted to do was to get involved. And Terry Ricketts had the idea that maybe we could take some of the futurism experiences that we had developed throughout our career lifetime and put those principles into leadership training for McKinney, because she realized that McKinney was going to be a world-class city in the future, and that the leadership skills that are necessary for that are so much different than the leadership skills that most of us have been trained in. So we put that together, and we worked with that and tested that system out here for 7 years. And it's just so wonderful that then Deb Fitzgerald, who is just one, well, first of all, a very plodding individual, may I say, because she ought to write a fiction book. Because she fooled me. I kept the emails. Because I thought, what is it I'm supposed to be doing tonight? I can't really figure it out. So I printed them off, and I have them in the car, I think. So because I kept reading my instructions, I wasn't sure why I was supposed to be here. So with that in mind, she just makes Leadership McKinney and all the ancillary programs of that just something that is just unbelievable, because I have had a wonderful opportunity of traveling across the world and working with all sorts of organizations and governments and nonprofit organizations and leadership programs, Leadership USA and several others. But there is no program like the program that Deb Fitzgerald runs here in McKinney, and I'd like for you to applaud her, because she's the background of this.
There's just something special about the people. You don't find that anywhere else in the world that we have here in McKinney. It's the chemistry. And then it's the people today. It's when you need something, somebody is there. It's the support. It's the integrity. It's all that make a community wholesome for a family to grow up in, or also the innovation that and the awesomeness of our future. It's just amazing what McKinney can be and will be. But it's the people. That's what a community is. It's a group of people.